Our sun salutation A. This is a flow you're going to do a lot in any vinyasa class and in many practices. It's a beautiful, strengthening flow. It puts together a lot of the poses that we've covered already in terms of our sunburst, our forward fold and our halfway forward fold, that Ardha Uttanasana, our chaturanga, our back bending and our up dog, our down dog. So moving it all together and most importantly doing it with the breath. There's a lot of different ways that people teach this. I'm going to show you 3 ways today. What I do for a traditional sun salutation, a modified version, and also a gentle version that you can still get a lot of the benefits of going through this motion, but it might be more accessible if you haven't done a lot of sun salutations or you haven't nailed those chaturangas yet. I am going to advise you to go back and watch some of the more detailed videos, especially on chaturanga. Make sure you have that form down so that we can protect the shoulders in this practice. These are great to generate heat, to wake the body up, to build core strength. They're really the foundation of all of our strong inversions and more advanced poses. And again, we really want to be focused on moving with the breath in our sun salutation. Let's show it and then we can break it down. You're going to start at the top of the mat. Feet can be together or hip distance apart in our mountain pose. So again, feel free to review the video on mountain pose to see the correct posture throughout the entire body. And then our breath, we're going to inhale anytime we expand. Inhale to extended mountain pose. Exhale to dive it forward into our forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands and exhale, take you all the way back through chaturanga. You can see my elbows are hugging into the body. I'm hitting 90 degrees. Inhale, up dog. My legs didn't touch the ground. Yours can if you need a little bit more support. And then exhale to down dog. Find that down dog. Traditionally, we'd be here for 5 breaths. Maybe depending on how much you want to generate heat, you might take a shorter or longer break here. At the bottom of an exhale, so this is a movement when we're not breathing. Exhale fully. We're going to come to our forward fold. And then our inhale brings us back to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let me do it on my breath so you can see what it looks like. I'll take 1 breath in down dog instead of the 5. I'm going to start with that deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale through chaturanga. If you're hopping back, you want to land with soft elbows. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Let's take a round of breath here. Bottom of that exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe an extra breath to let those hands come down. One more time. So you can see I added the hop forward and the hop back in my flow. You can do it with or without the hop. If you're hopping back, you want to land with those soft elbows so you're not jolting and putting a lot of force on the joint. And then you might have already also noticed that I moved my feet around a little bit. So you might have to adjust your feet if it doesn't feel good to roll over the toes. And when I came back to down dog, I had to adjust them again to get the position I needed. But I really wanted to focus on staying on the breath. All right. With modified, a couple things we're going to do. We're going to add a breath before lowering to chaturanga because oftentimes it's a big movement to get the feet back and to lower down. And then I'm also going to drop my knees. So I'm still building a lot of core strength, but I am doing it from my knees. Coming all the way to the ground, and I'm going to take a cobra as opposed to up dog. And again, there's a video to show you the difference between the two. So let's see it, how it would look with a modified sun salutation A. Same beginning. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, I'm gonna step it back, and I'm gonna take my time lowering my knees. Inhale to really lengthen. So here's that breath I added instead of blowing straight down. My elbows hug back, and I'm trying to stay in one line from my knees to the crown of the head as I lower to the mat. Draw those elbows back, come into cobra, inhale, and then exhale, presses it back to down dog. And again, you can take up to 5 breaths here, or just a couple breaths. Bottom of that exhale, step it to the front of the mat. Inhale, rising up to halfway lift, feeling that stretch on the hamstrings, shifting the weight forward, internal rotation of the thighs. Exhale to fold, inhale, rising up, and exhale, hands to heart. So that halfway lift, that Ardha Uttanasana, gets us stretching out the hamstrings and engaging those muscles. It's going to protect our lower back. Let's do this one with the breath. I'm going to remove the extra breath on this and just do this as a modified Sun A. Might start with my feet a little wider, hip distance, more of my traditional mountain pose for some more stability here. Modified Sun A. Inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back, drop the knees, and lower. So that's why sometimes it's nice to add a breath. It's a lot of movement. Inhale, cobra. Keep pressing. Exhale, down dog. Bottom of your exhale. Exhale, hold empty as you step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. It's important to see what feels right in your body. You're going to have teachers teach it a little differently. To me, it's very important that when we are inhaling, we're expanding, extending, and when we're exhaling, we're folding. So we're coming forward on the empty breath or on the exhale, and then finding that halfway lift. All right, so that's a modified sun salutation. One more time, if you were to really take it gentle. Sometimes if my shoulders are hurting, or if I've already done a lot for the day and I don't have the energy, I'll take a modified suns. Just honor your body and see how much of a workout it needs any given day. All right, let's say you're brand new, you're building up the strength, or you just want to do it in a more gentle way today. So we're going to inhale, start the same way, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to flat back, and exhale, I'm just going to step back, right back to down dog to start. You can always do that and skip those chaturungas altogether. If you're in a vinyasa class and you want to give yourself a little break, you can just take it to down dog, wait for everyone else to get there. To add that flow, we can inhale, drop the knees, drop the belly. So we're finding our cow pose here, which is giving us the same back bend that we get in a child's pose, in our up dog or a cobra pose. And then exhale, take it back to child's pose, giving us a little bit of a stretch through that back. Inhale, back up to our cow pose, curl those toes under. Nice strong core here to exhale and bring the hips back. And then sometimes if it's hard to bring the feet to the front of the mat, it's okay to just walk hands and feet together. A little bit easier on the body. Inhale, flat back. Ending it the same way. Exhale, forward fold. Rising up, bringing hands to heart. So depending on if you have to stay up with the class or if you have time to flow on your own, this is a nice variation to do. It adds an extra breath because we're taking it back to child's pose and taking it back to down dog. Let's do our gentle sun salutation one more time. But remember, we're getting the benefits. We're still strengthening the core. We're getting a slight back bend and forward fold, so we're getting that flexion in the spine. And we are warming up the body as we move forward and back. Our gentle Sun A. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat back. Find the ground. Walk it back to down dog. Feel that exhale as you press those hips back. Inhale, come forward, drop the knees, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale it into that back bend, curl the toes under, use that core. I've got my elbows facing back. Down dog. Take as many breaths here as you want. Bottom of the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And come on up to standing. Hands to heart. We can debate Sun A all day. I have a lot of teachers in the studio who learned it different ways. Once again, practice what feels good in your body. Go through the cues on some of the specific poses to make sure you're protecting your elbows and you've got the right alignment in the arms. And make sure that you're keeping that strong core. If you're starting to let the shoulder blades come together, you're flopping. One of the things we see a lot is people will step back and they'll come right to up dog. They'll skip that chaturanga because this is where we're building that strength. So exhale chaturanga, inhale up dog. Exhale, hips lead the way up and back. See me adjusting my feet so I get the position I want in that down dog. And bottom of the exhale. If you're hopping, you can bend those knees and then bring the feet in and out. Inhale, flat back, finish it off, exhale. Beautiful. Thank you guys. That's my son A for you.